It's now 23 years since we've lost David. It's really hard to describe, but I've never experienced pain like it. To lose a child is just unreal.
We know that the mental health system in Australia is under a lot of pressure. There's not enough services and it can be really complicated and hard to find support. We know that lots of psychologists have closed their books already.
There had been 3 suicides in the building industry the year we lost our son. I had an idea that field officers were needed to outreach to the people in the workforce. And that's when I met George Wazen, who was the head of the CFMEU, and David Dawes, who was head of Master Builders. Their influence and their dedication to what I was doing got OzHelp started very quickly.
Even in the early days, when we met with Lorraine and George, the issues that we'd had within the group training companies was a catalyst to really look after and nurture our apprentices to ensure that we don't see youth suicide. We started the toolbox talks, and that actually was a matter of sitting down with young people, but more broadly the older cohort within the building industry, to start thinking about their health, start to thinking about family and a whole lot of other sorts of areas that they needed to focus on, because quite often we're seen in the building industry, we're right, we don't need that.
There were definite signs, and he took time off work. I knew he wasn't ready to go back to work, and he told me so. So I rang his boss and I said, David's not up to coming back to work, and he said he has to come back to work. Within a week we lost David.
Well, it's quite devastating, the loss of any life, whether it's through an accident or from suicide. And up until OzHelp, we used to just muddle through and try and support one another, but having OzHelp, we were able to talk to someone.
My daughter has had a number of suicide attempts, and I know as her carer, navigating the system to try to find the help that she needed was really, really hard.
David was a beautiful child till about the end of primary school, when most kids change. He was into a lot of sport. His last year of primary school was the ACT Cricketer of the Year. Very popular. He had a very close network of friends, so it was a terrible shock to everybody that he took his life.
Yeah, so I've got a lot of empathy for people at the moment who are doing it tough. Inflation is going up, rising cost of living, supply chains and some of the contractual arrangements are really putting pressure. And if you combine that with any kind of family or relationship challenges, can really lead to significant pressures on people, and that's when they really need to be able to get help.
Well, I'd say to anybody that's having problems, talk to somebody. There's always hope. You can change things.
I think it's very, very important to look at where OzHelp started, where it is today, and what can it be in the future.
OzHelp really started with its main focus being in the building and construction industry. Tradies tune up, and the work that we do has really then flourished, and we've taken that out into healthy gear and the truckies tune up. We're now able to reach a broader range of industries, manufacturing, mining, farming, and really extending the services that OzHelp have.
I'd like to think that the community supported OzHelp so it could continue to grow and help not only the building industry, but use the model that OzHelp has for other workplaces.
You know, I've been involved in many projects in my career. To see OzHelp where it is today, it's very, very rewarding to know that they are making a difference, though it's important that we all get behind it.
It's pretty amazing. All the staff are happy, they love their work, and that is very rewarding for me to see.